More than Uddhav Thackeray, not just the NCP, everybody is looking up to Sharad Pawar to solve this political mess.
Because he is Sankat Mochak.
Rashid Kidwai.
Because he is Sankat Mochak and he can only take us out of this.
He enjoys doing this a lot, and I think with a lot of years in experience, Mr. Pawar is perhaps one of the best persons to handle this. As Mr. Ajit Pawar was saying, we must remember a split in a political party is one thing and a split in a legislature party is one thing. In 1969, Indira Gandhi defeated Morarji Desai in a kind of informal contest within the Congress party, within the Congress parliamentary party. She had a majority. But that old guard of the Congress led by Morarji Desai and others, they continued to hold the organization. That is why it was called Congress O. And that becomes a very protracted battle. Now the problem with Mr. Eknath Shinde is that he has entangled himself with too many things. He wants to, he wants to dump Uddhav Thackeray, which he can do it, but he also wants to own Shiv Sena. Now that's a very difficult thing, as Priyanka Chaturvedi was rightly pointing it out, that anti-defection law is very clear. If you have 2/3, you have to go elsewhere. Like Jyotiraditya Scindia went to the BJP, and of course in this case all the MLAs had resigned. Here they cannot afford to resign also. So they have got themselves in a bit of trouble, which is a momentary thing. I think the Deputy Speaker, if the Deputy Speaker acts against this MLAs 12 or 16, then the courts will come in, and the Supreme Court, as we know, they may order a kind of composite floor test, and that's where I think Uddhav Thackeray will get into a real problem. While the fight over who's real Shiv Sena will continue, but it happens, Preeti, with long experience of political journalism, the one who has majority of MLAs, MPs, etc., ultimately gets that kind of recognition also as a political party.
Before I go to Mr. Nigam, I want to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai back into this conversation. Rajdeep, do you see it where Eknath Shinde is concerned that it's not about merging with the BJP? He wants the party now.
Eknath Shinde wants power. Let's be very clear. For the last few days, we've been going on virtually suggesting that Eknath Shinde has been marginalized by Uddhav Thackeray. Really? Eknath Shinde controls the Thane Municipal Corporation. Eknath Shinde's son is a member of parliament. Eknath Shinde had the most lucrative portfolio in this government, urban development. Most of the Shiv Sena MLAs, in a way, were surrounded Eknath Shinde. He was like a godfather, some said, to many of them. He hasn't had a bad time, as much as it is made out to be. We've used Aditya Thackeray, we've used Uddhav Thackeray's style of functioning in a way almost as excuses to justify Eknath Shinde's rebellion. We need to get some facts clear today. The fact is, even as we speak, there is a former minister of the Shiv Sena whose land today has been confiscated in a money laundering case by the ED. Yesterday, Anil Parab, minister and close aide of Uddhav Thackeray, he was summoned by the ED. He appeared before the ED. There are 8 MLAs at least who, along with their relatives, have ED cases who are today with Eknath Shinde in Guwahati. Eknath Shinde's aim is protection for himself. Couple of his close aides also had income tax raids against them. He went to Uddhav Thackeray. Uddhav Thackeray said, I can't help you apparently. The truth is, Eknath Shinde wants total control over Thane. He wants total immunity from any kind of prosecution for him or people around him. And he has promised all those around him that the Mahashakti, as he called it, will be there to help him. He wants power. He recognizes that while the Thackeray's control the Sena, he cannot be Neta number 1. He wants to be Neta number 1, even if it is in a BJP government, as a deputy chief minister. So he becomes the Sena's